Go. See how this goes. Well, that is interesting. It's on the main Zoom screen, but yet you're seeing. Oh, I see why. I need to move this down. Hang on. Let's just throw it right there. But then you can't see it. All right, I'll turn that. I was trying to add a thing to the main Zoom screen for the OBS stats. I made some changes in OBS today, and I do have the stat thing running. And right now, it shows it's taking 2.1 milliseconds to render a frame, and I've got 6 missed frames due to rendering lag, which is really interesting because we switched it over to the GPU earlier today, and man, did it alter things and change things. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Thursday night, June 26, 2025. Ken Style Live with the Zoom homies. The Zoom homies with Ken Style Live. We have Bill, who was here. We have me. We have Rich. We have Greg. We have Jeff, who said he'll be right back. We have Darren and Chris with Max. Gentlemen? Verified my audio.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Yep, and we have audio from Zoom, so that's working. That's good. Not so sure about this change that I made though. I show 0 drop frames, but I have frames missed due to rendering and lag, and I have skip frames due to encoding lag. It's 2 of 81,155. So it's not a lot, but it's still there. So I haven't ran any logs yet to see how many times OBS actually crashes, and we don't know it. But we'll go from there. Let's take a look at chat. Tony Waddle was first. Rick Lakes was second. Greg Guy was third. He says that we're not playing fair. About as fair as can be. Tony says we never play fair. Uh-oh. Ghetto Fortnite said hi. Robert says hello. Tony says hello to Ghetto. Tony gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Tony. Those 5 memberships went to Love Travel Music. I happen to know that person. I am subscribed to them. John Bryan, Skiman21632. My Views, Your World, and Denny. Parker Moore says hi to chat and myself. And Tony says hello back. John Williams, what's this guy's name? Kim, it's girl. Kim, it's a girl's name. I'm kind of lost on that one, but did I spell something wrong on the title tonight? It's a possibility. Susanna Morgan, proud single mother, is with us, and she's at her daughter's school waiting to have a meeting with the people. You know what you're doing, LOL. I have no idea what I'm doing. Jeff is back. Hello, Jeff.
Hey.
And I believe that's going to catch us up. And Tony, thank you, by the way, for the 5 gifted memberships. I do appreciate it. An outside chance I might make my threshold this month for it'll be a 4-month combination, but I might actually get it this month, and it will be muchly needed.
Waiting to have a meeting at the school. It might be Harper Valley PTA.
No, I doubt it is. She's in the Philippines. I mean, who knows? It could be. Now, for some reason, my monitoring looks really funny. How does YouTube look? How does YouTube look on the stream? How does the screen look on YouTube? Because on mine, oh, you know what? That doggone it. I see why that is. Okay, let me turn this off. See if that makes any difference. There we go. That makes a huge difference. So I think I can figure out a way to bring the stats in and put it just above the Gmail. The problem is I'm not sure how to do that because the way I thought I could do it, I could not do that. It's just kind of cool to watch them. I was looking at them earlier today. and I don't think it's a dock, so I can't dock it to anywhere. I think Doug, when he shows it, he's got it on one of his three monitors. He's just switching to that monitor and showing that monitor. Speaking of Doug, I
So
still don't know. Go ahead, Chris.
what
Go
would you
ahead.
do? What would you do if you were riding down the road and you saw a trampoline fly into the air?
Yeah, I was going to congratulate you. You should get a humanitarian award for putting that trampoline out there for those cows to get some exercise during the storm. That was real genuine good thinking there.
Those things, I know it's heavy. They're heavy to move, but as far as the wind concerned, it don't really take much wind to
No,
pick them up and move them.
no, they're you're right. They are hard for people to move them, but a gust of wind and man, those things go flying. You are
Yeah,
correct in that.
they could either turn it upside down and put cement blocks on it, or either they could anchor it down some way.
Yeah, I've seen a lot here in Indiana and other places. They do just anchor it with cement blocks. That's, best way to do it. Um, I remember when I was younger, I used to like to mess around on a trampoline. Now that I'm older and maybe a little bit wiser, there's no way. I don't know what I was thinking back then when I'm like, how hard can we hit this trampoline? And how high in the air can we go? And how many times can we somersault? No, no. I don't, don't have any clue what I was thinking because that's clearly crazy. Um,
Uh, you're young, dumb, and indestructible.
yeah, yeah. There's another way that saying goes, but yeah, I was young and very
Two
dumb.
out of three, anyway.
Yeah. Well, according to Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, so I'll take
Yep.
it. I do have some news to pass along tonight about Jake. I'll pass that along after the stream is over. And then I have some other news to pass along, personal news, and I'll pass that along as well. Went down to see my mom today. She's doing fine. There's a lot of changes. They're under new ownership down there. I can't make. I don't know if it's new ownership or new management or both, but there are a lot of interesting changes going on. It used to be you could enter the facility at any door, and you weren't required to show your ID and sign in, answer 2,000 questions, and then be escorted to wherever you're going. And that's what it's like now. Um,
I guess I missed the news. I don't know.
no, I'm gonna after the stream. Well, yeah, you might not be back, Chris. That's true.
It'll
Um,
be. It might be after 11, or it might be before 11. I don't think it'll be before 11 though. Might not be too long after 11.
well, I always end the stream around 10:15 to 10:20. So if you're here, I'll probably have to repeat it because waiting on people to join us on Zoom sometimes takes a little longer than I would like. But I get it. People have lives, people have things to do that, other than join in and watch us.
Well, I
Um,
quote one of the other homies and say, "You snooze, you lose."
yeah, yeah. Let's go with that. So I'm gonna look and see if this.
I have
Oh,
been using
I
the
got an
GLP-1
ad.
injections through hers for 4 months. I have lost 30 pounds. I have lost 30 pounds. I have lost 30.
There, I stopped the echo and I started it on the. I wanted to see, but I figured out what it is. It's because I had.
You
If I turn the stats back on, this is going to get really interesting
know, speaking
because
of
it's
ads, when I went into
duplicate.
PayPal today to check something, it wouldn't let me in until I turned off my ad blocker.
Huh. Now I have not ever ran into that on any other place, and of late, and I actually thought today that that problem had actually resolved itself because I watched a lot of videos this morning, never saw one ad. Now on my stream, suddenly I have an ad. I don't know if it's because it's my stream or what, but yeah, and I'm sure they're trying to figure out a way to force everybody to watch the ads. It's only fair. I
Well,
mean,
I shut off U Block Origin. Now I'm seeing an ad for hers.
yeah, that's what I got. Lady's taking some kind of an injection and lost 30 pounds. Yeah, I got right into PayPal. And my on that particular machine, that specific app is still up and running. I keep it running constantly. So, but apparently it needs to be updated or something. Hello, Winter Mute. Winter Mute joins us over in the YouTube chat. Good visit with my mom. Pleasant drive down, pleasant drive back. They're getting ready to be all kind of construction between here and there. That's going to be interesting. Um, Visited my brother for a few minutes. Took back he left his crowbar up here the other night for some reason. I'm still kind of trying to figure that one out. Pretty lazy day actually. Um, I did get a actual tutorial sent to me on DaVinci Resolve, which was not my intent. I watched the creator and I learned something. And I haven't put it into practice yet, but I did retain a lot from this. And I said in there, hey, this is great. I can use this on a current project that I'm currently having some issues with, which by the way is Boss Doug and YouTube Doug. And he wrote me back and he said, well, here's everything, practice with this. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to get really good at that and then move it over to practice Doug, YouTube Doug and Boss Doug. Is there a hymns? Yes, there is a hymns. There's a hers, there's a hymns. There's a them, there's a they. There's a theirs. No, I don't know about the them and the they. I do know there's a him and a hers. Um, I should be a spokesman. That could be taken many different ways, which none of them would be correct, but cat's out of the bag now. We're too hot to cook
Well,
today.
cat out of the bag, that's Bill's territory, isn't it?
I see that. And yeah, that cat ain't moving. That princess knows she's the star, and she realizes she's just going to sit there and enjoy this. Now, wait a minute. Bill, have you got an RGB keyboard?
Yeah, I picked it up cheap.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it looks like mine. I bought a Logitech mechanical keyboard, and it is lighted, although it's not set up to change colors or anything. It's just lighted.
So I've got a series. I see it's blinking now that I've noticed it because I spotlighted you. When you type, do the individual keys change colors as you type?
No,
That's good.
it probably if I downloaded the software, but I never got that much trouble to download the software. It does whatever it wants to do.
Looking at the stats, frames missed due to rendering is 6 out of 102,840. Skip frames due to encoding lag is 2 out of 49,995. So this is going relatively smooth. CPU is at 4.3, and this is streaming at 60 frames per second. Pretty interesting. Memories.
I'm about to go ahead and leave, and I'm going to stay muted. I'm going to stay logged in but muted. So
All right.
I'll be back.
All right, Chris. Be safe. Watch out for trampolines. I just got to figure out how to bring this over here and make it visible, because I could put it right up above the email. If I could just figure out how to do that. Because I know if I turn it back on, it's actually going to show that, and that's just a mess. And if I put it over on that screen and try to show it, then it's going to show OBS itself, and that would be a mess.
I saw a little news blip today about Indiana.
I must have missed it. What happened in our great
Well,
state?
it was on Steve Leto's channel, the consumer lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
The Indiana State Supreme Court says you cannot sue the BMV.
You cannot sue the BMV?
I don't know the details. It may be only for a specific issue, but that's what the headline says.
Carp 9, we're going to shorten that name way down. What is this stream all about? This stream is we get together 7 days a week. I get a Doug moment here. We get together 7 nights a week at 10 o'clock and we talk for about 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes a little longer. Sometimes we talk about events. Most of the time we talk about what happened in my life today. Every now and then we do some DaVinci Resolve, and that's about it. And speaking of the time, here come the dancing girls. No, they have not changed. They are still the same old boring dancing.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tea. Moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm, let it flow, flow.
That's all, folks.
Well, we'll be looking for you to up your game now. And
Well,
scroll the date.
It's scrolled the date, but I don't know. I've given up on that. No, I know it works. It's not disconnected. Um, I don't know what it is. Could be operator error, seriously. But yeah,
Now, is it trying to end the stream? I saw the spinning circle for a second.
I did not press the end button yet. If you got some buffering, let me look at the stats and see
Well,
what the
my
stats.
buffering has improved today. I ran a speed test from my ISP, and my upload speed is back up to what it should be.
Yeah, I don't
I
have any
don't know
drop
how.
frames, and frames missed due to rendering is 6 out of 120,000, and skip frames due to encoding lag is 2 out of 640,000. So
Yeah,
OBS is
no worries.
performing beautifully, absolutely flawlessly, which is good. It's good. Now, my concern was there's going to be a lot of buffering, a lot of issues, but obviously not. I will. I don't know that people necessarily want to see the stats from OBS. It's kind of cool if you're a nerd. I got to change the frames per second. I want it to be 30. And that explains a lot of why I have problems when I bring, something into DaVinci, because I always have to change frame rate. DaVinci, so I got set to 30. This is set to 60, so I'm going to have to fix that. And I am going to go ahead and end it. Wait a minute. We're going to have a little bit of overtime tonight. We are going to go into overtime. I'm going to check something. And I'm going to see.
No, I can't afford it.
You can't afford it? I figured you'd be eating some ice cream about now.
I had 2 donuts for dinner.
Frosted or just cake donuts, or what kind of donuts did you have?
One was a glaze and one was chocolate with sprinkles.
Oh man, that sounds good. All right. So this is what I would like to do. Since I'm going to go a little bit of overtime, I'd like for a lot of people, anybody that's still here, to chat in the chat box, in the chat on the screen. Just anything. Say hi, say bye, say what this, anything at all. Put the word test in. And I will run the ladies, the dancing girls, John 222. I see John knows the deal. He knows that this is winter mute. What the heck is this overtime about? Well, that's when the game is tied at the end of regulation and you play an extra few minutes, depending on the sport or a quarter or whatever. So right now there should be 4 names on the scroll. Now 5. Long Dog finally shows up. You were away from the computer until I called for action. Long Dog, it's good to see you.
Fly right there.
Do what?
Should can apply right there.
Let me spotlight you so we can all see what it is, because it's kind of hard to see. You are spotlighted. Now
Subway.
hiring Subway.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you see me working at Subway? Good golly.
Wait a minute, my chair don't move. I gotta fix it before I fix your sandwich.
Yeah, really. My legs just were. My legs today when I was visiting my mom, they were just going. Hey, my mom was like, "What's wrong with your legs?" And I'm like, "This is why I can't work on concrete." I said, "The short walk in from the door to your room. This is what my legs do. Can you imagine 8 hours of this?" And she says, "No, I really can't." She says, "How are you living with that?" I said, "I actually called this morning to try to get an appointment to go in and get them looked at." I'll tell you about that afterwards as well. You have to remember when you go live and typically make dinner, I'm doing that. Yeah, I can relate. All right, let's see. This is we're past the 10:20. Let's. If you think the scroll will work this time, put a 1 in chat. No concrete if you know. Well, yeah. If I get lucky, John, and get on a riding lawnmower where I can sit, or better yet, get on a riding lawnmower, one of them ones that it's what are they called, zero radius turn or something like that. Now that'd be fun. I'd get in trouble with that. And a 1 and a 2. Smart Alex. Here we go. My money set is today. I got the date right. Good boy, Dougie. Good boy.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tease. Moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm, let it flow, flow.
The
music is playing.
That's all, folks.
Boop-a-doop-a-bum-bum-bum. What scroll?
It's there.
Oh, there it is. All
If
right.
you didn't see it, there's seriously that much of a delay between when I see it and you see it, but the scroll did work. Hello, official Tim Tech. Good to see you. Hope things are going well with you down there in the great state of Texas. Hope you're not having too bad of heat like we are here in Indiana and everywhere else on the East Coast. I think I'm going to wrap it up. If you want to join us on the Zoom panel, kstout000m@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, request the credentials. Be sure to mention the fact that you saw my show, and you'll get the credentials, and you can join the panel and get to see what's going on after we in the stream. So yeah, the heat is ridiculous. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, before I go, I was offered a job today in Wisconsin, not with John Williams either. Menards, of all places. And my answer to them was, does it snow in Wisconsin?